my gosh, it's been so long since I went live on here. And look at these awesome glasses. Okay, first of all, these glasses are blue light reflecting glasses. So they're like amazing if you sit on your computer all day like I do. So I'm kind of obsessed, but I will take them off and be a normal human being. Yay. Okay. So hi, I'm like still kind of reeling from Summit last week, 2 weeks ago. I guess it was like 2 weeks ago that we left. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. But my mind is still like reeling from that. And I've just been like having so many takeaways every single day, kind of processing everything that we learned while we were there. And today especially, I really had like a big aha moment. And so I just wanted to share that with you, take a couple minutes and kind of talk about it. So I have been struggling in my personal life and my business life and just kind of at life in general for the past couple months. I want to say since like the end of March. Yeah, like March, April was pretty rough. I went off birth control and I was blaming that, and I really like let that kind of like decide where my head was at, and used that as an excuse for the past few months of why I've been so off. But it really comes down to mindset, and this is so crazy, but it's so true. Like as soon as like this morning, I kind of had, I'm doing a cleanse right now, a 3-day cleanse, and I wonder if that's a part of it because everything is sort of getting refreshed, including my mind. But I just had such a like epiphany of mindset and how important that is, and like how that plays into our lives and into our everyday, and just like how it can set you up for such success, but how it can also just like dramatically set you up for failure, and like you can totally just fall on your face. So basically the whole idea here is that like mindset is everything, and you have to stop that story of failure. When you're telling yourself every single day that you're failing at something, or you're not good at something, or like it's just not gonna happen for you, or like even if it's just like you're telling yourself like it's so hard, it doesn't matter what it is, like if it's like working out or cleaning your house or like getting things done that you've been meaning to, when you're telling yourself that it's so hard, like you're setting yourself up for failure. You're telling yourself that story of failure, and so you have to stop that like immediately. That's the first thing you have to do, is stop that story. And I finally had that click today, and found some success in my life. Amazing how that works. So number one is stop telling yourself that you're failing, and start telling yourself, like, make a list of what you've done right. Make a list of what you've done good, what you're good at, success that you've found, even if it's a small thing. Like, you know, one of the things that I succeeded at this week is I finally got my dog groomed, and he needed it really bad. And so that was like a big success of my week. And I counted that. I was like, way to go, Callie, at adulting. You're doing so good. So it can be little things, but just stop telling yourself a story of failure, because this is such a cool story, but like a lot of the times, when people give up on like their goals or their dreams, you know, like most of the time a failure for someone is going to be like, they didn't realize how close they were to succeeding. And it's almost like, it's really sad, because you might not realize how close you are, and you might not realize like the opportunity that you have in front of you, and you just give up on it. And then it's like, you never know what you're missing out on. And so that's like the worst case scenario, right? Is like, if you quit something that you started, then you'll never know what the success could have looked like. And that's so sad, because you have to kind of fail forward, and you have to kind of like keep failing to succeed. And so you can't give up, and you have to get rid of like a negative mindset and just like make it a positive mindset, and keep failing if you feel like you're failing, but don't tell yourself you are, because you know like what might come. And worst case scenario is that you give up on a dream of yours, and then you never get to find out like where that's gonna go. So that was kind of ringing true with me today. Another thing that I sort of woke up to is like, as long as you believe 100%, like 100%, you have to believe it. Everything in your core and everything in your body and everything in your like your whole passion, that you can do something. You have to absolutely believe it. And when you believe that you can do something 100%, nothing's going to stop you. Doesn't matter how long it takes, doesn't matter if it doesn't follow a perfect timeline, whatever. But when you believe it 100%, like that you will succeed, then you will. It's just like it just is. When you believe it inside your being more than anything, then you're gonna succeed. Like, I can't really explain that. And I honestly have so many big goals that are really scary, but I believe in them, and I'm waking up to this today that I have to, if no one, like nobody else is gonna believe in you, especially if you don't believe in yourself. So you have to have that belief, and you have to believe that you can do it 100%. Another thing that I'm like, I have all these thoughts, you guys. Okay, so like coming from a growth mindset and an abundance mindset versus a really negative place or a place of failing, or that just negative self-talk where you're bringing yourself down. Don't do that. Like, you have to come from a growth mindset and like always be moving forward, and again, failing forward, but you're still growing if you're doing that. And just having an abundance mindset, like not a lack mindset, not thinking about like the things that you're not, or the things that you're not doing, but thinking instead about the things that you are doing, or the things that you can control, and all of those, like the good things. And that just starts to, like, when you're starting to be grateful for things, it's kind of crazy, because the more you're grateful for, the more that you have to be grateful for. And I honestly genuinely believe that, like, really, the more that you're grateful for, the more you will have to be grateful for in your life, because gratitude brings in all of the good, and it'll start bringing in more and more good into your day. So growth mindset, abundance mindset, so important. And just like, I know this is such a cliche saying, but like, whether you think you can, I think it's Henry Ford, whether you think you can or whether you think you can't, you're right. And that's like, it's so cliche, but I honestly am like seeing how true that is, because I have just been struggle busing it for the past few months, and just been like in a kind of a negative place, and like not like present, not feeling like me all the way. And it was because of my limiting beliefs and me getting stuck in my own way, and like just telling myself that I couldn't do it. And it's so important that you don't do that. Like, you have to tell yourself that you can do these things, and whatever they are. Like, I swear to you, it might be cleaning your house. For me, it's like goals for my business, and like where I want to be at with like helping people, and like, you know, going to Summit. I kind of saw, like, I was playing the comparison game, which is like, just don't do that. I'm gonna do a live video on that like later this week about perception and stuff, but because this is how much I have that I'm like going on my brain, that I have like sectioned out thoughts for live videos, because I feel like I haven't been on here for a while, and it's like good to chat. But just like the comparison game, and like when I was at Summit, I was doing that a lot, and like kind of like telling myself what I wasn't, and it's like back to like mindset, and you cannot get stuck in that. So, you know, do not get stuck there. Change your patterns, change what you're telling yourself. Positive affirmations are amazing, and I've stopped doing those for a few months, and like lo and behold, everything kind of went to shit. And so it was like, oh, hey, like, do your daily affirmations. So I read this book. It's actually called The Wealthy Spirit. And it's a financial affirmation book, but there's so many positive nuggets in there. And I just read one page of it every single day, and I come out of it like feeling like a freaking rock star, like I can do anything. And so it's so important to just cut out the self-talk that's negative, replace it with positive affirmations, get your head right, get your mindset right, and just start knowing that you can succeed. And when you do that, and you're grateful, and your abundance mindset, growth mindset, like everything will come. Everything will come. If you believe in it, it's gonna happen. It might not happen on your exact timeline, but it's going to happen eventually. So I'm just like it's the beginning of a month, and that's kind of why this started. Is it's the beginning of July. It's like we finished half the year. Like, that's kind of crazy. It's like the third quarter of the year. And so I'm setting some business goals for myself, and I'm setting some life goals and some personal goals, and we're moving, and like everything is crazy, and it's just like there's health things, and it's nuts right now. But like, I really realized today that like, to get through all of this and keep on moving forward and not just come to a standstill, like I have to be in a positive mindset. And so I wanted to share that with you guys. You know, anxiety comes from like fear of failure. That's a big part of where my anxiety comes from, is fear of failure. And what happens is I'll get stuck in this, like, I don't want to fail. I'm so anxious, and then I won't move forward. And I also get anxiety from being at a standstill, like doing things, whatever they are that need to get done. It helps me come out of anxiety and helps me start feeling like successful and like getting the scripts changed in my head. So I just want to encourage you guys all to really analyze where your mindset is, and if you are struggling with anything, like take a look at like what you're telling yourself. What story are you telling yourself about whatever it is you're struggling with? And is it a failure story, or is it like a story of success? And like what, like, do you really believe in your core that you can do things? Because that's going to help you 10,000%. I can already like feel my energy shift, and just like things are getting so much better, and it's been like 6 hours since this happened. So mindset is so important. And that's pretty much it. That's all I have. It's like already 10 minutes. Jesus Louise. But I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you can take something away from this, and just know that like if you're in a rough place, you know, really analyze where your head is at, and like what is going on in there, and start there, because that's going to be the one thing that will positively affect you or negatively affect your day. And just coming from a place of gratitude in the morning, you know, like think of 3 things you're grateful for before your feet hit the ground. Feet hit the ground, and you start your day, and you'll really find that shifts things too. So I got that from like my girl. We had a call today. We had a connection. Find good people in your life, positive people. All of the positivity, all of that is going to help you thrive. So that was it pretty much. I hope you guys are doing awesome, and that's it. Have a great night. Happy Tuesday. Happy almost 4th. Have a fun, safe day tomorrow. I sound like a parent. And peace out. Peace and love. Positivity. Get your mindset right. Okay, bye.